Okay, so dahlias. Everybody loves them. You guys, the colors, what?
I know,
They're
the
so
shapes,
beautiful.
the sizes.
So how do you get from how do you grow them, right? So they come from these kind of gnarly little creatures, tuber clumps.
Okay.
But they're not that hard. So we want to kind of walk you through how you deal with your
Tuber clumps. Say that 5 times fast. Okay, so this is a tuber clump. This is a fall clump in that it was harvested at the end of the season. So basically, you're going to, buy a dahlia tuber, grow these gorgeous dahlias, fall in love with them, want more, and then the first frost will come and everyone will have a little twinge of heartbreak, but that's fine. That happens. And then you're going to cut off the stalks of the plant. So you'll see these have already been cut. And then underneath the ground is this little monster. So after that frost, you can dig this up. And then when you get it out, you can see that there's these kind of dead, old-looking ones. And those were the original tubers, also called the mother tuber, though we're not sure how we feel about that. And those you're not going to need. They're not viable anymore. They've kind of used their juice. So you can clip those off. And then you can store these for the winter. And then when spring comes, you can plant them a number of different ways. The easiest is just to plant the entire clump again. But you could get a lot more viable plants if you divide.
Yeah, so the cool thing about dahlias is that you buy your tuber clump in the spring and you plant it, and then the tubers multiply as the plant is growing. So each tuber here, except for the mother tubers, are all viable plants in and of themselves. So it can get pretty complicated to try to save every tuber. So what we typically do is divide just down the center. So you take this clump and you just kind of cut down the center. You're going to lose some friends along the way. It's okay. Some of them will just kind of come off. Yeah. And that's okay. You've got a lot of tubers to work with. So you cut it, and now you've got 2 also sort of sizable clumps. You can also just store those, or you can sort of get even more specific with it. And the important thing, if you're going to try to keep dividing down to the tuber level, is that this neck that connects the tuber to the stem can't break.
Yeah, so like this one, for example, is no good because the neck has broken. So you just want to make sure there's a stable connection with the neck to a portion of the stem.
Right. And the key thing in there is that it has what's called a growing eye, but the growing eyes can be really hard to find. So as long as you've got a intact stem and it's connected to the stalk of the plant, you're good.